Welcome. Another fabulous show. I love all of our shows are fabulous.
Today is all about the boys, though.
I know, even more fabulous.
Yes, we have Alfonzo Santinello.
And Will Carauana.
Yes, so we have some great guests coming up. We're going to talk about men's skincare health with Leanne and all that.
And they're interesting because of what Will does and you know what Alfonzo is involved with. So very different spectrums, but both
connected in some way.
Yes, because of the fact that they're both for a greater cause.
Yes,
so,
which is great.
Yes, you don't want to miss that, especially the ladies.
We are going back to basics here today.
Yes, it's
been a while.
It really has, and obviously our premise for the show is always wanting to make sure that what we are presenting is educational, very informative, and we're always about the facts.
Yeah.
Sometimes if things are too drawn out, or sometimes, we have all wonderful guests, but we're talking about a lot of different things, sometimes those points are missed.
Right.
So every now and then it's just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So the boom, boom, boom that we have is that there are three main categories of melanomas. There's basal cell, even though that's considered a cancer of the skin, it's not a melanoma.
Right.
But so these three particular ones that I'm going to mention are the most deadliest and are cancer causing. So there is cutaneous melanoma, which is the pigmentation of the skin.
Yep, curves in the skin.
Yep. There's mucosal, thank you. Mucosal, thus, it's the mucous membrane.
Yep.
Right. And then there's the I'm not speaking well today. Ocular melanoma.
She's had a lot to drink before the show.
She wasn't supposed to say that.
This isn't water.
And ocular melanoma is obviously melanoma
Such a
in the eye.
Scary
and
version
I've
of
known
melanoma.
a few people who've had that, and it's just the scariest thing to even try to remove and to attempt. So wear your sunglasses.
Yes, and to prevent all of this, we have some warning signs and some symptoms of melanoma, which are very helpful. And there's a really easy way to remember this. It's called the ABCDEs of melanoma. A is asymmetrical, so basically if you have any spot on your skin, then if you were to draw a line down the middle and fold it in half, if it wouldn't line up, that's something you would want to have a dermatologist look at.
Right.
B is border, so anything that has an irregular or scalloped edge.
If it's not like a smooth, complete circle or oval.
Color, melanomas can be black, tan, they can even be red or blue, which is something really weird, but that's something to keep an eye on.
But the colors could also be lighter on one side and darker on the other.
Color differentiation.
So any type of color change.
Exactly. D is diameter, so any spot on your body that's larger than a pencil eraser.
That's what they say,
is something you want to look at. And then E, I think this one's actually one of the most important.
It's fairly new, too.
It is. It's a new ad. It's called Evolution, and basically it's any new spot that shows up or any existing spot that you have that starts to change color, shape, size, whatever.
Right. It's evolving.
Yes.
Anything that's like you see a constant change.
Yeah. So those are some really great kind of keywords, catchphrases that'll help you. You can do a self-skin exam, check out for spots that have any of the
And we always
ABCDEs.
have these points on our website, so please check out, skintalk.org.
Yeah.
So that we pin it up, and it's always at the end of our show too. So
yeah. Coming up next, we've got Alfonzo Santinello, so stay tuned.
Welcome back.
We have Alfonzo Santinello here on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to have Alfonzo on because he and I did a project together.
I heard.
Yes.
I cannot wait to see this.
You guys are going to be excited to see this. And
you may not be too excited to see Alfonso's part, but just
no, he's
come
the
on,
star.
I was fine.
You're the star.
You're
of
the
it.
star.
Yeah.
So it's May is Melanoma Awareness Month, as we
Yep.
know, every year. And so the Melanoma Foundation of New England and myself worked on a project, and you are the star. You're the lead role.
I like the little bow tie.
Yeah, right. So we have that coming up for you.
I'm not going to give it all away, but it's definitely a must-see.
Yes,
I promise
we
you.
are going to play it. But we wanted to have you on the show to talk about it. What made you want to get involved? Like, why did you say yes to this project?
Besides the paycheck, no.
Well, I am not an actor by any means, but
You're so good, though.
I know, you really did.
It was twofold. It was an experience for me to experience something I've never done, and to actually get involved in the Melanoma Foundation, which I've never actually done before.
Right. That's great.
But I actually learned about it beforehand through Meghan, and that's what kind of led into it. And I was just like, if I can do it, then why not?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. And what do you feel like you learned something through the experience?
Oh,
I mean, we've
absolutely.
been
I was
traveling
like looking around at myself. I'm like, all right,
Everybody
let me
does that. The
like.
minute you start talking, like, especially when we go on our
Yes.
seminars.
Oh, it's like this
Yes,
immediately.
the whole time we're up there speaking to like crowds of people, everybody's like constantly, we're like, it's okay.
Well, it's kind of funny because even when we were on set, I felt like people were like, Megan, what do you? And I'm like, I'm not a dermatologist. I just talk a lot about this topic.
And I carry
so.
around my Dermascan machine.
Yeah, so
to
there you go.
the different, where it's the little box that you put in that allows you to see the deeper
The
layers
skin
of your
damage,
skin.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's non-diagnostic.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah,
try to
it's-
scare you.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I gotten moles removed when I was younger. That was cancerous or could have been cancerous.
Yeah,
But other than that, I mean, I've just know when to see
So
something different.
It is something that you feel like, because I was going to ask you, do you feel like you're more in tune to your skin now that you've done
I
this?
pay attention more, definitely.
You do? Yeah.
Even little things, but I mean, I'm also aging, so little lines appear,
Aren't we all?
lines appear,
Oh,
and
geez.
things move, and so it's
And
not.
things appear, and it's like, what's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And being Italian, Santanello,
Yes.
Patetti. So, having that different nationality
Yes.
background also.
You tan up easier,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Oh,
so
Yeah.
sometimes, which is nice to hear you say that you are more aware, because again, having that type of background that we have, it's like we could stand under a light too long and get color.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just the makeup of our skin. Does it
I
make
look
it
at
right?
the sun and get burned.
But it's not that it's right just because our skin is different. A reaction to the sun doesn't mean that we can't get it as quickly and as much as somebody who's fair-skinned.
Now, were your parents, did they always lather you up, or was it kind of like, you're Italian, go get color?
They lathered up, but my mom is fairly darker skinned like how I am, and my father's actually, he looks Irish, but he's Italian, but he's really fair skinned, kind of like strawberry blonde hair.
Yeah.
And,
That's too funny.
my younger brother's the same way, just like him, and it's just they burn up in the sun. And then
you and your mom
me
tan
and my
up.
brother, and my other brother and my mom are just where we tan up, we don't get red or.
And now
Yeah.
that the summer is coming, I don't know what you've done maybe last summer or summers prior to you being involved in something like this and being more educated, but have you in the past put on sunblock if you're out on the boat or on the beach?
Yeah, maybe not always the first day.
Right.
But if I wake up the second day and feel like I'm burning up, then it's
See,
the rest
and
of the time.
that's it.
It's,
Oh, I'm burning, so that clicks like
Yes,
a little light
gotta
switch.
put the
Oh, I should
sunscreen
put something
on.
on where it's like, gotta do it before that.
Yes, he
I-
probably will now that
Yeah,
you've
because
experienced.
I have this
I
biggest
actually,
pet peeve
I always
with
put it
men.
on my face, just not all over. On my face,
Hey,
every.
well, that's part of we got part of you. But
I don't want
that's
to ruin any of this, you know?
I don't want, not this. This is the moneymaker right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. You know?
Oh my
But that's the whole thing with men is that they don't
necessarily pay attention.
and they feel like
That's-
it's too. I'm not putting that on. I'm not.
Right. Yeah. Now, going back to the PSA, I just wanted to ask, what was your favorite part?
I think it's
spitting up
got to
the milk.
be, it's got to be the kitchen scene.
Oh,
The
really?
kitchen scene.
I was just kidding.
Half the time, it wasn't really
I
that
only
we
saw
were messing
pieces.
up. It was
That was
just
the
everyone
funniest
behind the scenes was laughing. That was then making us
We just
laugh.
couldn't
but
stop
Now, were
laughing.
you cued to do that, or they just
It
are like,
kinda-
He did a lot of ad-libbing for
I
this.
kind of just went with the flow a lot of the time, and
Yeah.
it was just, it's fun.
Well, we can't delay anymore. We have to let our viewers
Okay.
at home
yeah, because
see
I said
it.
a little bit to it, so that's why
Yes.
I'm like, yeah. So look at him now.
Yes. And then,
Before and
This is
after.
before.
and before we go, we just want to thank you so much for being on the
Yes.
show.
Oh, no
we have a little
problem.
gift here for
Oh.
you.
And thank you for all your efforts in,
Thank you.
There you
putting
are.
the video together.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you have a newfound respect and newfound knowledge
Oh, absolutely.
about what that is. And hey, if
Yeah.
it takes doing a commercial to get through to one
no,
person,
it's-
what it
I'm
is.
spreading it out to everyone too.
Yes.
Good,
Can't
good.
wait. Love it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Without further ado, here is your Melanoma Foundation of New England May PSA.
Good morning.
Guys, you forgot about me.
Annoying mole and bothering you? May is Melanoma Awareness Month.
It's time to get it checked. Visit the Melanoma Foundation of New England's website at mfne.org for more information.
Did you ever think our furry babies could get melanoma? Well, they can.
It's one of the many interesting topics we talk about on Skin Talk.
So watch Skin Talk for overall skincare health.
Even if you have fur.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Please don't get that perm. It's not as awesome as you think it's going to be.
You have to actually practice in order to learn to play guitar. Whiskey tastes even worse on the way up.
Dear 16-year-old me, there's going to be a new set of Star Wars movies. Don't watch them. They ruin everything.
Dear 16-year-old me. This is where they took the cancer out. It was something called melanoma.
It's called malignant melanoma.
Malignant melanoma.
Malignant. That's not a very friendly word.
You'll be diagnosed when you're 28.
18,
36.
29.
22.
It's a tumor that starts in your skin cells, the cells that give your hair and skin color.
It's not just skin cancer.
Well, it is,
Well, it is.
but not just the...
Cut it out and it'll be fine kind, unfortunately.
It's the kind that you have to catch before it spreads.
Because it spreads so fast.
So fast.
To places like your liver, your lungs, your brain.
Yours will be a really rare kind in your left eye, and that's when you'll find out.
That melanoma can show up on your tongue, the palms of your hands, and the soles of your feet.
Your doctors will tell you you're lucky that you caught it early.
Yours will tell you that you need aggressive treatment.
I'll have to tell you it might take a year of chemotherapy.
And you'll need to do some of the injections yourself.
Dear 16-year-old me,
You're doing okay.
you're strong.
But there are some things I want you to know.
I wish I'd known.
That one bad sunburn before you turn 18,
Doubles your chances of developing melanoma.
That fair skin and red hair means that you're at a higher risk of getting it.
As if ginger people didn't have enough problems.
That you're at higher risk if you've got more than 50 moles.
And if you have a weakened immune system or a family history of skin cancer.
But just once a month, I want you to check.
it takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Dear 16-year-old me, I do realize you're not actually going to see this, but someone else will, and it'll make a difference to them.
Dear someone else.
Dear somebody else.
If you're watching this,
Send it to a 16-year-old you care about.
Send it to anyone who was once 16.
Or soon will be 16. Send this.
And check yourself. Educate yourself.
You can download tools and information about melanoma here.
Share this link. Tweet this link.
Post this to your Facebook.
Welcome back. We hope you loved that PSA. I'm obviously biased.
But it's so good. But yet, you know, it shouldn't be funny, but it's funny.
Well, it's aimed at general public to get them to pay attention.
Right,
Sometimes
and it's
you have to
definitely
be funny and quirky to get them to pay attention.
And it's like as you're flipping the channels, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, what is that?
What
big
is
blob
that?
in a bow tie?
Exactly. So.
Yeah. So, well, we have with us today.
Not a blob in a bow tie.
No. That was,
Thank you.
Yes. She kind of referenced you, so I just wanted to clarify.
but he, very nice suit and a nice tie.
Yes.
Will Carauana, everybody. He is with us today. He's running for selectman for Wilbraham, and we're so honored to have him here because he is an all-around wonderful blob guy.
And Wilbraham is my hometown, actually.
Yes.
So I know we were just discussing that. So
yes. So you know, we wanted you on the show today because you really do so much for the community, and you have a wonderful thick beard that all the Red Sox seem to have.
Oh,
but
yes.
but I want you to explain why it is you have the great beard that you do. There's a reason.
right.
So every November, it's called Movember.
Oh,
and
yes.
There's generally, you can end up shaving off your beard and raising money for different awareness.
Yep.
And by doing that, you end up, you can actually raise money for whatever cause they're going to go.
It's
and
not
raise money for.
usually
So
male focused, or is it's just any cause?
it can be generally male focused.
Okay.
And when that happens, though, we can also branch out. You can do crowd fundraising, things like that. I hope to, when I get in to become selectman.
You will. Be positive. You will. You got our vote.
Thank you very much. I hope to grow out my beard as long as possible and then raise money to shave it off in November.
I love that. So it's like the anti-Movember.
Yeah.
Kind of,
so
right?
instead of starting in November, I hope to actually go all the way from when I get elected.
So it'll start in November and then from there. So you're growing it from
it
now.
starts
No,
now.
I'm going to start now. Right now.
That is
it's already started.
I know, I
So
see, because you
this-
figured.
And I'm going to grow it all the way out till then. And if I can raise enough money, I'll shave it off.
Oh my
And
goodness.
all of the money will be donated to a cancer research.
Wow.
So
The Melanoma Skin Talk.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so he does,
that's
and
so
that's what I thought was
exciting.
so
Yeah.
honored because of the fact that, you know, we've been slowly getting more and more recognition for the work that we do and the educational, you know, things that we do. And obviously we support the Melanoma Foundation of New England. We support the Melanoma Education Foundation.
Right.
We support
Any
so much that's
cancer awareness
Yes,
type.
cancer awareness. I mean, obviously our target is always melanoma,
Right.
but we utilize those funds not only to make sure that our educational work that we do here in Skin Talk is continued, but that we could help and do outreach programs for other melanoma organizations.
What got you connected to this cause? Do you have any type of family history or just
No,
meeting
it's-
Debbie?
not only meeting Debbie, but when you meet people on the campaign trail.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of different people out there. And the one thing when you're running for office that you need to be aware of is that you've got to help people. And you've got to help them any way possible.
Yeah.
And with melanoma, an easy way to help people is to raise awareness.
Yes. It's
know,
so easily preventable.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. 'Cause
that's
it's
why I want to
just
be here today.
Yeah,
and
no,
that's
great.
awesome. And you were even mentioning that, you know, being in your position and wanting to be a selectman, which I think is awesome, because that's not an easy task to take
Not at
on.
all.
You know, and that you have more of that power to make a difference.
Right.
So to have somebody in your position to say, you know what, this needs attention, that needs attention. There's so many things that need attention. You can't do everything.
Right.
But you could take the weakest point, which obviously we both believe that melanoma is, because there's not enough
There's
research.
not enough awareness.
There's not enough awareness about
Right.
it. So to have somebody like you, and again, creating that team, just like you were saying about being a selectman, it's about meeting people, it's about making connections, it's about being in a position to help. That's exactly how we feel. So we're
Right.
like, this is such a perfect fit because of the fact of, you know, what you do and what we want
What
to do.
made you want to be a selectman? What kind of prompted that?
I like to help people.
Yeah.
I have a lot of interest in town, from the history of our
I know.
community all the way to internet access and broadband with the committee I chair.
And
Okay.
a little bit of his background with your mom. Cheryl Carauana is the principal of my daughter's school.
Oh, okay.
And she has been
you were born and raised in Wilbraham,
Wilbraham.
right?
So
Yeah.
what better person
Yes.
to select
Yes.
than someone who's been born and raised? I'm plugging you, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing a good job.
Should hire her
but
as
he
your
is-
publicist.
But he is just such a humble, down-to-earth gentleman.
Yeah.
And we went to, his parents are wonderful people. We went to a dinner that is held by the school. Oh, I shouldn't say held by the school. It's held by your mom and your
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
And they do this Italian dinner every year. And they've been
nice.
doing it for years. And she's been a principal for like 20-something years.
Not for
15
that
years?
long. She's been a teacher.
That's what it was.
system.
That's
She's
what
been-
it is.
she's been
I
working
knew
in the
it
school
was.
system
She's in
for-
the school system,
Quite a
and she
bit.
raised, 3 great, children. You have 2 other siblings. And
Yep.
I've gotten a chance to meet so much of your family and see what they do for the community firsthand. And at this Italian dinner, he's out there with his bib on and cooking up and serving people,
awesome.
and it's really getting your hands dirty. And these are the types of people that we want to
Right.
be in our town and make these types of decisions.
What do you think some of your challenges might be if you do become selectman? What are some of the challenges that this position faces?
It's a large time commitment, but more than that, it's trying to make sure you meet the needs of every resident. And
Right.
that's a
It's
huge
tough.
challenge.
Everybody has different needs, I'm sure.
Exactly.
And everybody has different personalities
And
and views things differently.
Right.
the more I talk to people, the more I find out there's a problem here, there's a problem there.
Does it
And,
get overwhelming?
sometimes.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, you're there to listen to the concerns and then try to figure out a good, workable solution
Right.
overall that can help the community.
Do you think with all that you've heard and all the decisions and stuff that need to be made, or how you could balance that out? Like, how do you think it's really possible to help everybody and meet all the needs of everyone?
I think so. I think we really can.
Define balance.
Yeah, it's all about finding a proper balance. And I think that's possible, especially in Wilbraham, because we have such a great community. So many people come out and try to help.
They do.
Yep.
They do.
So I think there's an opportunity for balance. We just have to be aware of these issues.
Right.
And a lot of times, no one's even aware.
Yeah.
And that's the key point.
Yeah. And again,
melanoma. Perfect tie-in. Exactly.
goodness.
So that's why we are here to help and promote you and do whatever we can to get you where you want to be, emotionally, mentally, and help the town.
Yep.
Even if it's not a town. That wasn't a town I was brought up and raised in, but I live there, and I think it's amazing. And
I'll call my parents after this and make sure they vote for you because they live in Wilbraham.
And the same thing is to have someone in his position, which is very rare, to be able, it's very rare to have somebody in a suit and look as fine as he does in a suit, which we feel very honored that you got dressed up just for us. Yes, that's it. So don't cut it because he's raising money for us. But to have someone in your position that has more of a power, if that's the right word.
Right. Well, it's a leadership role.
Power.
It's leadership
It's not really.
Yeah.
But
a
direction, right. And you were even mentioning earlier about in running the New York City Marathon, right?
So in the Boston Marathon, there was a town moderator that ran, helping to raise money for ocular melanoma.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's wonderful. I think even town officials can do that.
Yes.
Yeah. We all have our fan bases.
Right.
We do. And my fan base is going to be different than yours.
Right.
And if,
how do we bring
if
them
some
together?
of my fans can see, I'm going to be posting a link to this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When it comes out, so that they can see your show, and maybe it can influence some people to take better skincare.
It's all about building the army.
And that's it. And it's how we could help you, how you could help us, and it all makes the world go around so much better.
Exactly.
So, thank you so much for
Little
being
gift
here.
for you.
Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best. Like I said, you definitely have our vote. You have our viewers' vote, right, viewers?
Yes. Thank you very much for being
we'll
here.
definitely have to have you come back, and we want to
Talk
hear
about your
updates
success.
and start measuring. Like a little child, you measure
Yes.
their height. We're going to start putting you up
Measure it
against the
down.
wall and measuring your beard.
That's perfect.
I look forward to it.
Well, good. Thank you so much.
And speaking of beards, we have Leanne coming up next to talk about men's skincare. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, it's Kira from Kicks 100.9. And I feel like I see it all and I hear it all, and I thought I knew it all until I met Deb and Megan from Skin Talk. They know everything about skincare and melanoma, so make sure you check them out on Skin Talk.
So you heard Kira, and she is smart.
Skin Talk has it all, so be sure to tune in and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back.
Good guests, Alfonzo and Will on the show today.
I know. So. It was nice for a change. Not that, we have that women power, but it's nice to have some, masculinity in the room.
And speaking of masculinity in the room, Leanne has some amazing men's facial care tips. So,
Wait, speaking of masculinity?
Not you.
And bring it to Leanne.
What you're talking about.
Yes. Leanne, what do you got for our masculine viewers out there?
We are talking about common skincare troubles that men face sometimes. So one of them is they get blackheads, and typically along the nose they'll get them, and that's due to excessive oiliness and not washing properly.
I was just thinking that.
Men not washing their skin properly? Come on.
That's so rare.
The shampoo running down from your head, guys, is just not enough. So our esthetician at the spa, she recommends that you use a cleanser that is meant for your face and actually scrub your face with it. Doesn't have to take you a long time, but it helps with that excessive oiliness.
How many men do you think are really gonna?
You can do it right in the shower. Take it in there with you.
Okay, less steps.
Easy. Exactly.
Yeah.
Make it easy. One of the other troubles that they face is razor burn. So our solution for that is exfoliating, and you can use something as simple as baking soda. You're going to use just like a pinky size amount, and scrub your face with it. You can actually add a little bit of water, scrub your face.
Does that help with the blackheads too, Leanne?
It does help with the blackheads.
That's what I figured.
So you exfoliate the face. It takes off that excess oil, it removes the blackheads, and also leaves the skin nice and soft, so when you go to shave, you don't have all that dry, dead skin in the way, and gets a closer shave.
Nice, which we all like. We don't like rough skin.
Feels great. Also, if they're doing like the trim around the goatee.
We should have had a live demonstration.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be fun for another episode. And then Kim wanted me to make sure I talked about this too, is guys, we love 2 eyebrows. They shape your face. Yeah. So you want to either tweeze them, you can use a little brush to shape them, or you can actually go have them professionally waxed or threaded. but you really want to maintain that groom there. Not only is it on trend, but it really does help, frame that handsome face
And
of
we're
yours.
just trying to help you guys out there.
That's
guys who are looking for somebody, take advantage of these helpful hints.
Right. Yeah.
And those who truly love your women that you're with,
yeah. We would like you cleaned
Do
up
a little manscaping for us.
Well, it's kind of funny because you're talking about the eyebrows, and my fiance has like the most incredible eyelashes, and it's just because they're naturally more hairy, isn't that right? And so they have to care for their eyebrows.
Maybe it's that excess oil helps all of that, girl. Whatever it is, it's just not fair.
There's so many guys out there that have such beautiful colored eyes too, I find.
Yes.
So it's like clearing that up, you see.
It's trimming the forest.
Yes.
To see through. That's really good. That's really helpful tips. And what about your husband? Does he take advantage of any of these? Have you trained him well?
I was going to say, are you basing all of this by experience?
He makes sure he maintains 2 eyebrows for me. I appreciate that. Another tip too is when you shave, if you've got that really raw rash immediately from that, use ice packs to bring that coolness down. Do not put any aftershave cologne on. Nothing with a scent, nothing with a color. Don't put any creams on it. Put ice packs, because if you had a burn, you wouldn't put cologne on it. You would put ice on that burn and cool that skin down. So we want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself in that respect as well.
And women can do that too, right? For any razor burn
Absolutely, it's
type
great if
things,
you have
too.
razor burn or getting the bumps in the bikini area. You can absolutely just use some ice packs or some really cold face cloths. If you're in the bathroom and you were just shaving, you run out to the kitchen to get
even
some ice
running.
packs.
I mean, as a runner, men more or less, I've heard this experience, they get chafing in between their legs.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's even, so any of you runners out there, whether you're a male or female, that could also be a good remedy for that as well.
Yeah, you want to cool that skin down before you put any lotions on it. You can put something preventative on before you start running, but yeah, you definitely don't want to put anything on that burn because your skin is really irritated and you just want to keep everything off of that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thanks,
Leanne.
Leanne.
As always.
Fabulous.
Yes. Rock star.
You're a rock star. That's always what I say. And thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you are following us on Facebook and Twitter, and you're checking out our website at skintalk.org.
And we have a very wonderful upcoming event. Next show.
Little anniversary show.
Yep, we're going to be on the show. I don't know, we stopped counting, but it's going to be something great. So please stay tuned for that. It's a very special anniversary series. So keep watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you for the continued support from our sponsors. It's All About Me for dressing us every single show.
Yes, and also Wilbraham Flowers for providing us with some great flowers to decorate our set and help us look good.